Yeah, thank you for having us. And while you said that Greece is ranking low, at least the one EU agency that deals with skills is based in Greece. So I'm very happy to hear from lovely Thessaloniki today. I mean, it was said in the previous panel by Eliza Mohamedou that predicting skills developments would be important. And that's exactly what we're doing. We call it skills intelligence. Actually, that's a term that CEDEFOP invented. And it's not only key for labor market skills and education and training policy, it's also on a much more broader scale important for any policy on innovation, on the twin and digital and green transition, the resilience, competitiveness, and increasingly also in terms of migration policies. At CEDEFOP, we develop skills intelligence for the EU and its member states using different methods and perspectives. We look far into the future, typically 10 years ahead, using quantitative skills forecasts and qualitative skills foresight to understand the impact of megatrends such as digitalization, greening, aging, and other megatrends. But we also look at what is happening in the labor market right now, today, and tomorrow. And we use millions of online job vacancies, the ones that you can find on Karriera.gr or on in Greece or on Monster and Indeed and other platforms to understand what jobs are about and what skills needs are emerging. Understanding skills trends is vital, but it's not enough because the job market is a market that constantly evolves and that in which adjustments take time. And as a result, there are also, and it was mentioned before here today, mismatches and imbalances. Think, for example, about shortages in IT or the care sector at the moment, or about skills gaps, people not having digital skills, or in fact the opposite, often forgotten, that skills are remain unutilized. And we use surveys to understand the megatrends on these mismatches, and our latest European Skills and Jobs Survey from 2021 maps the enormous impacts on the world of work. Some findings for you: 39% of European adult workers use technology more often for some of their work tasks compared to before the pandemic, and in Greece this is even higher. It's 45% use more technologies. It should therefore not come as a surprise that 52% of the adult EU workforce need to develop their digital skills further, to do their jobs better than at present, and in Greece this number is actually 60%, so higher. But mismatch is not only about missing skills, it's also about substantial overqualification. 28% of workers in the EU are overqualified. In Greece, this is 32%. And I mean, Mr. Protopsalpis said this in the last panel, think diploma higher than job require. Yeah? And that is often the problem, particularly here in Greece. This is really a serious problem if we want to meet the ambitious objectives that the EU has set forward, particularly in the green context. We need those skills that are currently underutilized to get the job done. Investing in skills is therefore, as I said, important, but untapped opportunities also lie in job design. It was mentioned before, is it attractive enough to work? Now, sometimes it's the package, it's the conditions of work, but often it's also the design of the job itself. And I think we should try to ask employers to do more in investing in learning conducive workplaces, to give people also the space in which they can acquire additional skills. We must therefore complement the supply side measures we've been talking about, like training, guidance, and support, with more demand side action to make the most of the potential that work itself has. And we've talked about work-based learning, learning at work, vocational education and training as maybe the one form of education that makes most of these kinds of things, and we have to look at that also for the existing workforce. Then maybe some words on entrepreneurial skills, because they are also important. Many people beyond entrepreneurs themselves will need to make the transitions, adapt to change, and benefit from new opportunities. So, for instance, to make our societies greener, we need people that are good at developing new types of farming and marketing the products. To convince others to act in a more sustainable way, we need a lot of people with creative approaches and people skills. So from our analysis of the job ads that we look at, we see that top 3 transversal skills employers are looking for are proactive thinking, adaptability, and teamwork. And these are all entrepreneurial skills. So we need entrepreneurial skills for entrepreneurs, and we need entrepreneurial skills for all. There's no difference. Skills are also what connects policy areas. We've heard this before today, and therefore it's important that also skills governance ensures that information about labor market and skills trends can lead to action and change. CEDEFOP has offered its support to Greece in the past few years via a skills governance and apprenticeship thematic country review that we did, and our work helped inform the further development of the mechanism for labor market diagnosis, and it also served as a useful platform for bringing major stakeholders together. For instance, the Ministries of Education and Labor, the Public Employment Service and the social partners. And we're also glad to see that social partners took up the message, and you said it, Minister, it's important that the social partners engage in this for developing stronger skills foresight components to discuss new emerging skills at sectoral and occupational level. And if you want more about these kinds of Greece-based activities, you can find them all on our web portal at CEDEFOP. But a lot remains to be done, and CEDEFOP will be ready to help. Thank you so much.